The relevant is the Constitution also empowers INEC to make a guideline. It empowers INEC to be able to live by that guideline. Are you saying that there is no provision of supplementary election? Because it does look like what INEC said today is supplementary, not rerun. In the real grammatical explanation of it, it's a supplementary election that Osun State people will be going for on Thursday. Are you saying that there is nothing in the letters of the Constitution, of our laws, that has supplementary election in it?
There is nothing like that. You either have a general election or you have a by-election where there has been a vacancy, or you have a rerun, which is usually ordered by the court. And in this particular instance, you have a runoff. And even where there's going to be a runoff, it is guided by the electoral law. For example, INEC can only do what they are about to do if there has been an overvoting, for example, in a particular unit, and then they void those votes on the basis of infraction as provided by the electoral law, in which case no result will be declared until that until that election is reconducted. They are not talking about overvoting in any unit. They are not talking about any fundamental reason about some areas not voting because they didn't get electoral materials. They are dealing with the votes that they cancelled themselves. And they have the power to cancel those votes. Why revisit cancelled votes? I have cited a Supreme Court authority which says you can't factor cancelled votes into an election reckoning. So move ahead. And the proper thing to do now is to declare the results in accordance with the law. Section 179(1) is clear on that.
So, I mean, in essence, though, I know in out of the 7 cases that will be recontested on Thursday, there are 1 or so cases of overvoting and that kind of discrepancy. So, in essence, are you advising INEC not to go ahead with the pronouncement he made today? Because INEC has come out to defend his position based on what I stated earlier, that it is lawful for them to conduct a supplementary election where it does look like the number of votes that is available to take can swing the vote either way. If this case is taken to court, you think that INEC may not have a case to defend?
They certainly will be very far from victory. They have announced the results already. Under their law, they ought not to make that pronouncement if there are incidents of overvoting. But they have made that pronouncement. By pursuant to Section 68, they have declared these results. What is then left under Section 69, they ought now to declare a winner. And under Section 171 and 179 of the Constitution, the candidate of the PDP has met the requirements of the law and nothing stops it. So what we think is that this decision is more political than legal.
But I mean, there is a string of legality also around this case. Precedence also in law is very substantial. We've had situation in Idahosa, in Kogi State. Are you saying these are not precedent enough for INEC to stand on this ground to conduct this Thursday supplementary election?
Well, I don't think so, because every case must be dealt with on its own merit. The fact that the issue that I'm raising now was not raised in Idahosa or Kogi does not mean it cannot be raised in Osun. I have raised a fundamental issue about cancellation of votes and saying that the Supreme Court of Nigeria has said cancelled votes should not be factored. So what would be the basis of INEC saying, oh, the votes we cancelled are less than the difference, are more than the difference between the winner and the loser, so we have to go for a runoff. So it makes no sense to me. If you have cancelled it, do you have the power to cancel it? If you have the power to cancel it, you have taken a legitimate action. So why then do you go back to an action that you have carried out without recourse to the law courts or to the tribunal?
Well, who am I to argue with you tonight? You are the learned one. But on the basis of what I can read and interpret from the law, it seems to me that INEC, as it stands already, we will close this segment, but I'll allow you in 30 seconds. From your experience in monitoring INEC's activities, what do you think, based on the argument of the legal practitioner there? What is your thought? Just in 30 seconds.
Yeah, I think you must be fair in an election. If I can't vote because somebody came and snatched the ballot box or destroyed it or there was a problem, and INEC says we're going to give you the opportunity to vote because the margin is small enough between the two people, then that is fairness and equity. Secondly, we must differentiate between rejected votes and cancelled votes. There is no, INEC did not cancel any vote. What it says is cancellation. Cancellation means that in a polling unit, 1,000 people are registered. They cannot vote because there was violence. Somebody took their materials away. Something was snatched. They couldn't vote. Not vote is involved. They didn't cast their vote.
Okay.
But rejected vote is a vote that you have voted and then it's already voided. And nobody can do anything about that, and that can be apportioned to anybody.
Okay.
But this isn't cancellation of vote. It is people that can't vote as a result of cancellation of election in a location.
Okay, we need to take another break, but I must sincerely thank you, Abiodun Ajijola. It's always a pleasure. You know how to chew these figures, and you have a sense of what these all means and put it in a way that our viewers can understand. I must thank you also, Honorable West Idahosa, for talking to us on the program tonight. Thank you so much for the debate.